Welcome to the Butterfly Effect. I'm Chris Horner. This is stage 11 of the Vuelta España, 134 kilometers, about 85 miles in length, and they're going to finish on the Val de Peñas de Jaén. Now this climb has a little special place in my heart because we did it in stage 9 when I won my Vuelta back in 2013. In stage 9, I was bonking just a little bit and I had some tendon issues behind my knee, so I took the last 900 meters super easy and went steady and regular up the climb, giving up about 15 seconds by the time I crossed the finish line to all the GC favorites. Had my wife waiting at the top, and right away she asked me what happened. I said I was bonking on the stage a little bit and just wanted to be careful with the knee. She said, "We have a McDonald's close to the team hotel. Do you want me to get you some?" From that point on, I had a regular diet of McDonald's just about every night of the Vuelta and certainly every night before the big mountain stages. So when we get to stage 10 and it starts at fabulous legs, and I won this jersey on stage 10 and got back into this jersey in the red thereafter, taking the race lead after the stage. Now, along with the race lead on stage 10, it was the first time the team came to my room afterwards and said, "Okay, Chris, we're backing you 100%. Throughout the first 10 stages of the 2013 Vuelta, yes, I had teammates that were riding to keep me out of the wind from time to time, but I didn't have 100% of the team backing me. Now, after stage 10's win at the Vuelta, the team came, all the management came and talked to me and said, "Hey, Chris, we're going to back you 100%. We realize now that you can win this Vuelta." I said, "Fabulous." Then lost the jersey on stage 11 in the time trial to Vincenzo Nibali. I would win it back, though, and that's why this jersey's hanging here. So this finishing climb, Val de Peñas de Jaén, has a warming spot in my heart because although I went bad up the climb, it really started some fantastic form with my McDonald's diet each night before all the big mountain stages. Now let's get back into the racing for today's 2021 stage 11. Break of 5 when the cameras come on are established and going up the road. Jonathan Lastra from Caja Royale is there. Jean Beau from Escatel Escady. Plankett from Alpecin Phoenix. Harm van Hoeke from Lotto. And Magnus Cort Nelson from EF Education are all established in the front group of 5. Now behind, Jumbo-Visma starts setting tempo. This is strange and I didn't expect this because yesterday in stage 10, we saw Jumbo-Visma give away the race leader's jersey to the Intermarché rider Odd Christian Eichen. So you would think normally stage 11, possibly stage 12, Jumbo-Visma want to take it easy. But with the finishing climb of only 900 meters at 22%, it's an ideal stage for Primož Roglic to win. And now I got to believe he wants some redemption after yesterday's crash. So the break of 5 get up the road, but they're only given 2 minutes because it's 3 teams back there chasing. Jumbo-Visma on the head of the peloton, along with Intermarché and Bike Exchange. Bike Exchange is up there for Michael Matthews, who wants a shot at winning today's stage. Now we've seen in stage 7 with Magnus Cort Nelson, who's in the break of 5. When he won his stage, he won on a similar stage like this. There it was a 2-kilometer climb to the finish. Now it's a 900-meter climb to the finish. So the break of 5 is kept on a tight leash of only 5 minutes or only 2 minutes with 3 teams back there chasing. With 16 kilometers to go, it's the main obstacle in the race. 8-kilometer long climb at about 5%, and this is when the action gets thick. Now, if you wanted to watch the race, I say you watch from kilometer 16 to the finish because from 95 until 16, I was basically falling asleep on the couch and reading magazines because nothing was happening. But from kilometer 16 to the finish, it gets exciting. Right away, Jumbo-Visma's on the front of the group, pulling as hard as they can with 16 kilometers to go. Up front, the break of 5 just blew to pieces as soon as the climb started, and it's Magnus Cort Nelson with a 45-second lead over the peloton-led Jumbo-Visma train. Now, going up the climb, we'll see some changing of the teams with Bike Exchange jumping on the front. 9 kilometers to go. David de la Cruz, the Spanish rider from UAE Team Emirates, is trying to go solo and catch Magnus Cort Nelson. He'll get caught just at the summit there when it's Damiano Caruso, the Bahrain victorious rider, who gets second for the KOM points. Up the road still is Magnus Cort Nielsen, now going solo down the descent. Behind on the descent with 8 kilometers to go, it's Ineos on the front, driving as hard as they can to keep Egan Bernal and Adam Yates in perfect position to start the last 900 meters. Magnus Cort Nielsen, when he starts the final climb with 1K to go, has got about a 15-second gap. He'll make the right turn and start the climb proper and get into the meat of the 22% climb to the finish. Behind, in the peloton, group of GC favorites, coming out of the right turn to start the climb, it's Sepp Kuss. He is on the front and driving it out of the right turn. He's got Primoz Roglic on his wheel and Enric Mas from Movistar along for company. Those three will set the pace until about 700 meters to go when there's a little bit of a chicane, and it's Enric Mas and Primoz Roglic colliding with each other but not taking each other down. As soon as they come out of the chicane, Primoz Roglic accelerates and takes the front until the 600 meters to go when it's Enric Mas that accelerates hard trying to drop Primoz Roglic. After 600 meters, about 500 meters to go, we'll see Magnus Cort Nielsen, and it's Enric Mas's wheel there in the picture. He's getting close. Enric Mas pulled hard for a bit. Now he eases up, looks back over his shoulder to see Primoz Roglic still there. Now, with about 400 meters to go, they're side by side with a little bit of a stalemate between the two GC favorites. Up the road, Magnus Cort Nielsen, who's only got seconds worth of gap, gains 1 or 2 more on the GC favorites behind until Enric Mas accelerates hard again, passes Magnus Cort Nielsen at about 125 meters to go. 100 meters to go, they have a left-hand turn. He flies through the left. Primoz Roglic accelerates hard, passes him with about 75 meters to go, and wins today's stage 11 in just fantastic, brutal style up the last 900-meter climb. Now, this was fabulous tactics from Primoz Roglic. He called the Movistar's bluff, sat on his wheel from 600 meters all the way to about 75 meters to go when he took off and not only won the stage, but put a 3-second gap into Enric Mas and a few more seconds into Lopez, the Movistar rider, behind in third. Primoz Roglic just raced today as a baller all the way up the climb, calling the bluffs, until Movistar pulled back Magnus Cort Nielsen and just led him all the way to the line for him to take a second stage win at this year's 2021 Vuelta. Now, I want to go back and dissect the tactics just a little bit of the Movistar team because it didn't make any sense. We all know, watching the butterfly effect, and a lot of people who don't certainly know, that Primoz Roglic is a fabulous rider on a steep 1-kilometer finish. So why would Movistar want to lead Primoz Roglic out all the way to the line? Remember, Enric Mas and Lopez are second and third on general classification, and we're only talking about 30, 40 seconds back. Anytime you can gain even 5 or 10 seconds on Primoz Roglic is a benefit to help you win at this year's Vuelta. When Enric Mas is pulling from 600 all the way to 100 meters to go, he is hand-delivering the stage to Primoz Roglic. When Roglic takes off and wins the stage, he not only gets the 3-second gap, but gains 4 seconds in time bonuses and 6 seconds in time bonuses on Lopez behind. If Movistar had just paused, let Primoz Roglic or Sepp Kuss control the pace all the way to the finish, most likely they finish on the same time, possibly with a chance of getting second or third on the stage, or maybe even the win with Magnus Cort Nielsen. But instead, because of Enric Mas's tactics on today's stage, not only will he get second on the stage, but he gave first place time bonuses to Primoz Roglic and now is losing that time. So you're talking about a possible 10 or 15 second swing if Enric Mas had just sat on the wheel of Primoz Roglic, finished to the line, or possibly beat him at the line. Now instead, they're losing more time on the general classification. And Lopez, his teammate, Enric Mas, his teammate, has to pay for the mistakes that Enric Mas did on today's final 900 meters. Now, race leader Odd Christian Eiking, he did a fabulous job on today's stage, staying out of trouble, always on the win, damage control up the last 900 meters. He'll finish 10th on the stage and keep the red race leaders jersey to start tomorrow's stage 12. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Butterfly Effect, and I'll see you real soon.